morning, evening, day or night, cannot the kind, ladies and gentlemen, the quest or troll, the wonderful land of YouTube. My name is Trulumba.
My name is MetalFH.
And my computer is on the fucking thing. Fuck off, bitch! Get out of the screen. Well, if you have read the fucking title, you know that it's gonna be about something different, and we're gonna talk about a random topic, and I'm gonna actually introduce shit to Metal, and he's gonna also ask questions. I'm gonna ask him questions. So yeah. He's probably gonna ask questions to clarify what this shit is, and we're gonna be talking about the 24-hour overnight fort shit. Whatever. So, do you know what it is, Metal?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Because you've talked about it.
I've talked about it. So, should I reintroduce it for the people
Yes.
watching and for you as well? Well, the 24-hour fort thing is where people stay somewhere in a store or in an amusement park or something along those lines, and they just stay there for a few hours and then they fuck off. For some reason they call it 24 hours, but it's not anywhere near 24 hours. They just stay there for like 2 to 3 hours and then they gently fuck off. Or they get evicted, like some security guard comes along and is like, wait, what the fuck are these guys doing here? And he throws them out. That never gets caught on camera, so there's no real action in the videos, sadly enough, as well. I would like to see like some of these stupid twats getting like beaten by a security guard. It'd be funny. But yeah, that's basically what it is. They just stay there and nothing happens. They just edit together like some of the fucking, I don't know. Oh, there was a sound! You know, that type of thing. Like it's kind of silly. Supposedly they're selling you the thrill of staying somewhere where you shouldn't be, like, ooh, I'm here, so you can vicariously live that through them, but it doesn't feel like that to me. It's not like something you could decently get into. It's not something where you can empathize with them because they're just basically doing something fucking stupid. So how do you feel about that? Do you think, like, because what videos try to do is like either they try to entertain you through stupid shit and funny stuff, or they try to activate you on a certain opinion, like be like, hey, this is something that needs your attention and we can change this and we can solve this problem. Or otherwise videos play on the emotional side and try to get you to empathize with something. But these videos, I don't know what they do. They try to get you into the sense of like, ooh, this is yeah, this gets your heart racing. You shouldn't be here. There's a thrill of the doing something that is kind of illegal as well. So what do you think? Like, does a video like this, does it work, or is it just basically kind of stupid?
It is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
I've seen, if I want to see videos where I get a thrill from, like, you have like those videos that make you go like, oh my, oh, whoa. What the fuck? Like, how do you say it? It's like really nerve-wracking, and that gives you a thrill. Well, that gives me a thrill.
Like the really creepy ones or something, or the
dangerous? No, it's like dangerous.
Yeah.
Like, for example, there's a video of like a toddler in an apartment building on the windowsill playing there.
Oof.
And you're
That's
like, what the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah.
And like a guy trapped underneath a train and he has to get out because it goes like down at the end of the train.
Yeah, that all sounds nerve-wracking. I get what you mean.
That sounds way more like, how do you say it?
Something you could empathize with, for example. Like,
yeah.
Like, ooh, my kid is doing something very dangerous. Like, you could feel that guy, like, that, like, obviously if you have a kid and something's gonna happen to them, like, first off, there's so much that goes into having a kid, just that's super obvious. Like, because you have to get a relationship with someone, you have to try to maintain a stable relationship and have it to a point where you feel like, oh, now we can raise a kid. Then you put effort into raising that kid and then something happened to it. Yeah, it's easier to empathize with that than like some moron being like, hey, I'm going to stay in an amusement park that's like closed for the season, or like I'm going to. That's actually even more interesting. Like, there's a lot of fucks who just go, like, they stay there and then like after hours they try to hide and then do some shit.
Yeah.
That sucks. That's basically what they do. It would be more interesting for somebody to try and sneak into an amusement park that's closed for the season. That would be even more interesting because
Yeah.
then they actually have to gate hop and stuff. Even though that's still fucking illegal, it's more interesting to watch, I suppose. Because there's more of a challenge to that than actually just staying somewhere, like locking yourself in the toilet or whatever the fuck. That's one of the things they always
But you did almost say something that I think is completely different.
What?
Abandoned buildings.
Yeah, I was going to say abandoned because that's more interesting. That's something completely different, kind of.
Yeah.
So, but my next question is, do you think this content is like comparable to other types of content?
Well, I don't know every type of content on YouTube.
Yeah,
probably,
obviously, but like things you know.
things I know. Well, no, it's just like I think it's weak as urbexing.
Yeah. Because in urban exploring, they actually go into like abandoned buildings.
And
all
it's
the time.
actually more dangerous because when you go into abandoned buildings,
Yeah.
you can like, find some. You can get in the middle of a drug deal like Dan Bull did.
Yeah.
I think it was Dan Bull. I'm not sure. But he had to hide then and wait to hear them leave so he could leave.
Yeah.
Like you can find some crazy homeless person in an abandoned building.
Yeah, there could be
You can't
people on
find
fucking crack.
you can't find crazy homeless people when you're like
Walking down.
yes you can. But when you're like in an amusement park like after hours.
Like to just get in there.
Like the worst thing that can happen there is the security guard can beat your ass. But then again, they should film that because that would be the most interesting part of the video.
Yeah, but you know what I just thought of? Like, some guy just stays over at Walmart, like, after hours, and then, like, from underneath the shelf, like, crazy homeless people come out.
Or, like crawling on the walls and stuff.
Like, crab walking and doing the Zoidberg, like, what the fuck is this shit? That doesn't happen, obviously, so it's not dangerous, it's not interesting, it's just kind of stupid. But I would compare it to a really stupid vlog.
Yeah.
Or a really lame urbexing, like you said. That's basically
like
what's going on there.
basically an illegal vlog.
Yeah.
And boring.
It's like the vlog, like, today I'm going to kill someone. It's along those lines.
No, but that would be more interesting actually.
Yeah, but also more horrible though.
Yeah. Well, it can also go wrong for that guy.
Today I'm going to kill someone. His name is Brock Lesnar. I'm going to kill him with my bare hands. I'm going to kill him with this plastic knife. Like, that would be funny. Okay, if somebody wants to upload a challenge where they try to kill Brock Lesnar with a plastic knife or fork, that would be stupid.
And I also challenge you if you pick a fork to tell him to go fork himself first.
Obviously, this is just satirical bullshit, but we're just moving on now. So, we've touched on something earlier, like trespassing.
Yeah.
Do you think this content is illegal?
Probably.
It's probably illegal because...
But yeah, like those things are obviously illegal because they get kicked out and stuff.
Yeah.
With urbexing, you can probably like ask permission. I doubt everyone does that.
Yeah.
But you can ask for permission from the police to be like, can I make a video in there and stuff?
Yeah. I think it kind of depends. I don't think you can just ask the police because the police doesn't own the fucking building. The problem with both of these things, and here is where some people are kind of probably stupid and ignorant of the law. A fucking store is private property. Even though you see a lot of people walking around in the store and you can just enter a fucking store during the time when it's fucking open, it's still someone's private property. So you can get kicked out of a store during the during the hours when it's open, which means that obviously somebody owns this and can be like, fuck off, you shouldn't be here. Obviously, if you just get kicked out because you're black or or whatever, if that's the actual reason, then that's obviously also illegal, but that's kind of a digression here. But the thing is, this is someone's private property, so if you're going there after hours, you're trespassing. You're just walking around on someone's private property, so you're breaking the fucking law. See, and the thing is, we have heard about, now I have seen it, like Scares was talking about it. Apparently there have been people who've gotten sued now because of their 24-hour overnight. Sometimes they add fort to it, like fort, even though they're not staying in a fort, they're staying like a fucking Walmart or something, which obviously isn't a fort.
No.
Like most of the times, when that shit is added to it, the fort, they're just staying in like a store or something. It would be somewhat cooler if they did it like in the same environment as Urbex, like if they were like, ooh, we're going to stay an actual 24 hours in like an abandoned building or something that's supposedly haunted. That would be somewhat more interesting.
But I don't know if anyone would watch the whole 24 hours though.
No, they have to. That would be hell to edit down. Like, here's a 5-minute clip of our 24-hour stay at. No. That's probably just too much editing for anyone to do. But do you think like this type of content, do you think it actually like requires talent and stuff?
No.
Like, do you think just anyone with any moron with a camera can do it?
It requires you to be a complete idiot.
See, if you're a complete idiot, you found the type of content for you. Well, there's more than that. You can still do reactions and stuff. But yeah, let's just say there's stuff out there for morons. I think this is just like an extension of like everyone wants to be famous, but they don't want to do anything for it. They don't want to put effort into becoming famous. They just want to be famous for nothing. Because there are actually people who are famous for nothing. Like, hey, I'm this idiot's daughter. Woo! I'm this moron's son. Yay! I would be kind of against this because it's stupid, repetitive content. There's nothing interesting about this to begin with. And it's illegal, so it shouldn't be on YouTube. But what do you think there's more of a difference with urbex? Do you think urban exploring could be used in a very good way?
I don't. Probably. Like,
see, because you just go ahead. I'm gonna say like how I think all of this content could be used in a positive way. So if you go ahead and say about like urban exploring itself, I even thought of something for this bullshit. Kinda.
if you run into something while you're urban exploring,
Yeah.
like something illegal maybe,
Mm-hmm.
you can always like tip off the police.
Yeah.
I don't know how like the videos itself can help.
I have thought of something. So if you don't know anything else apart from that, I think I can talk about it.
Okay.
So I feel like urban exploring can be positive in one way. That is, obviously, if one were to work with the owners of buildings, because sometimes these abandoned buildings are, sometimes there are projects in the work, so that people are gathering money for like, hey, we're gonna do this with this. And then people could do that shit when they get the funds. Sometimes an abandoned building is just, okay, somebody owns this, but they don't give a downright fuck about it. That's also something. Like, sometimes buildings have like a weird clause. I've heard about this where, hey, we're gonna sell you this building for $1, but only if you can refurbish and give this place like a positive, what was I gonna say, purpose? A positive purpose, basically. So they want to sell the building really cheaply to people who have then the funds to create something nice out of it. That does happen sometimes if a building is really starting to go downhill and they can't fix it themselves or whatever. But here is the thing that I would say, like, if somebody does urban exploring and they get permission from the owner to film in it, to film the building, I And if they can, which would also be cool, interlace it with like, oh, this is what the building used to look like and stuff, because not enough urban explorers do their research or talk about it for me. Most of them are just walking around it and filming stuff and then like putting music over it. I think it's because it's illegal and they don't want to show their face in the videos. That's why they don't do much. But they could use some kind of voice modifier, I suppose, and then talk about the building and show pictures of what it used to look like and stuff. That would be cool. But here's the thing, if they do work with the owners of the building, they could potentially get, for example, Kickstarters rolling for like, hey, this is the building, this is what it looks like, this is what it used to look like, this is what it looks like now, this is what we want to make out of it. And then you can have like this nice thing where it is like, hey guys, I want to point your attention to this building that is dilapidated and that used to be something nice, but now the general area of this building is kind of crumbling. It could kind of get people to invest in this building and kind of to have it refurbished to like its previous glory, or just give it a new purpose for the future. That would be awesome. Or, and this is like on the more illegal side still, if the owner doesn't want to do anything with the building, if they don't give a fuck, it can show you like, hey, this building is owned here and nobody wants to do anything about it. This is illegal, yeah, sure, but it still has a positive narrative to it. Like, hey, this building is just being left for being a fucking shit heap, and this is what it looks like now. They just let it dilapidate and they're not doing anything about it. They don't plan on doing anything about it. That would be a nice message as well. So how could they do something with a 24-hour fort thing? I was at first thinking about like, maybe they could strike up deals with the owners of the building and they could be like, hey, I want to test your security. That could be a thing. Where you just try to get in and see how easy they can get in and then and then get in there. There is one clause that should be added to that type of video then. Like if they, for example, somebody talks to the local Walmart like, hey, I want to test your security, I'm going to try and break into your building, and we have talked about this and people kind of know about it and blah blah blah. Then maybe they could like test like, do you get in there? And then obviously they should wait for permission to upload the video, because these problems, like the security issues, needs to be fixed before the video is uploaded. And then there should be a clause in that as well that says like, hey, I'm the guy that uploaded this video and I have to tell you under legal binding circumstances that all of these problems, all of these security issues that once were there are now fixed by the time this video is uploaded. So, as to give like, don't try this shit, it no longer works. Fuck you. That could probably work as well. But that's no longer a 24-hour overnight fort type bullshit, whatever it's gonna be. This content is just useless. It's kind of stupid. I do support urbex in the way, like I said, it could give a positive spin on abandoned buildings, and it could maybe lead to them being refurbished. That's just great. And let's hope that this type of content can grow into something positive rather than some fucking view horror bullshit that it is right now. But yeah, we'll catch you in the next video.